Check, 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 check. All right, so let's see if this works. I see the little microphone things working. If y'all just want to swap streams. Yeah? Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and upgrade it in the other one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we just needed a new one, y'all. I'm so sorry. Geez. Okay, I'm just going to update it in Patreon really quick, and then we'll fucking do this thing. Sometimes you got to just stay calm and believe in yourself. And by believe in yourself, I mean, say fuck it. Okay, I don't even know, bro. Yeah, leave. Bye. Bye, old stream. Hopefully people come over. Okay, so normally I have Pi around for it, but Pi got a bath today and she's upstairs completely pissed at me. Yeah, go with the flow, Bree. Okay, just give me a hot second to share this. Copy. Motherfucker. Now can you hear my MRFers? It's Monday. It's Monday. So we're going to be, yeah, it's just going to look like that. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, publishing. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, yeah. Do you like this? It's like a necktie, but full of technology. Okay. Yay. So glad we figured out our lives today. So again, 2 blocks. I didn't pick a playlist because I was figuring out what the fuck life was. Yeah, I just kind of had this on my Discover Weekly because there were some bangers in there. Let's see, where's this one? Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're doing great, sweetie. Okay, we've got 10 people here. That's plenty to start. Let's go. All right. So we're going to be doing some unusual things today. No surprise. Okay, don't fall down, baby. Oh! All right. So we'll get started standing at the top of our mat. Let me just adjust that. Oh, okay, good. So I've got 2 blocks at the top. Yay. We'll just use those a little bit later when I say so. But we're just going to get warmed up with some body weight squats. So I'm actually going to go a little bit wider than my hip width distance. And Muffa's got some hips, okay? So you'll just kind of tilt the tailbone a little bit back behind you, bend into your knees, sit back. And then push all the way up to standing. And when you lift up, I want you to squeeze your glutes at the top, yeah? Inhale, bend into the knees. Exhale, press yourself all the way up. So the whole goal and idea here is to get our hips nice and open. And no better way to start that off than to do some squat work, yeah? Nice, we'll do 5 more just like this. And then you'll fold forwards, it'll be so great. Last 3. Nice, last 2. Hold in this little squat on 1. So I want those hips to work back behind you. Try to really take the weight back into your heels. Take a breath in here for me. Exhale, fold forward. Lift your seat up towards the sky. And get some movement into your hips here. So I'm going to waggle a little bit side to side. If you're unable to touch the ground, you can let your arms dangle and sway here. We're trying to just get some decompression into the spine. Yeah, just hang out, hang out. Sway the head a little side to side. Nice, shake it out a little bit. And then I want you to flutter your lips, so squeeze them together and go. There you go. And then if it feels good to settle into some stillness, make that happen too. And just allow breath to fill up the back body. I want you to think about the back body and particularly the space between your shoulder blades opening up with that breath. Sometimes I feel that a lot more when I wrap my arms behind me. Good, now let's release our hands down to the ground. And I want you to step back into a high plank position. I like to think of a good high plank as the blueprint for a really great downward facing dog. So notice if your hips are high, notice if your hips are dipping. I want you to find hips right into alignment with your shoulders. Press into the hands, take a big breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift your hips up and back and pedal and get some space here. So lifting up one heel and then the other. Swaying side to side, waggling and wiggling, and then hold into a nice stable down dog here. Think about sit bones lifting to the sky, the fronts of your hip bones turning down towards your mat, and maybe even micro bending into your knees so that you get more space in the hamstrings. Think about ears in alignment with biceps. Pull the rib cage together, corset everything up. Now lift your heels, roll forward into a high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to be doing a lot of these spinal rolls today too. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Do that for me 3 more times. Inhale, high plank, come forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. It looks like more people were able to get on. Inhale, high plank. Sorry for all the confusion. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. The next time you come forwards into high plank, I want you to hold it. Lower your knees down to the ground so you're in tabletop position. Good. Let's go through cat-cows. Reach your heart space forward. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, round and contract. Navel to spine, chin to chest. Think about tailbone underneath you too. Yeah. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round and contract. Now keep working through those cat-cows. And I want you to take any other creative pathways in your cat-cow. Yeah. So maybe that means that you're swiveling your hips side to side. Maybe that means you're shifting the hips forwards and backwards. Sorry, just wrangling all the babes back. Okay. Now, From that tabletop shape with all the cat-cows and wiggles and waggles, I want you to stay into a neutral position. So shoulders are over your wrists, hips are over your knees. Let's extend your right leg back behind you, and I want you to find a balance here onto your left knee. Notice if your hip is open. Yes, we're going to be doing lots of open hips, but right now I want you to close the hip down. Extend your left arm forward in front of you, either onto your fingertips if this is new for you, or extending your left arm forwards. Hold the balance, feel the engagement into the glute. Nice. Now a little bit of a challenging move here. Take your left arm out to your left-hand side. Again, it can be attached to the ground. Rotate the femur bone in the hip socket. Take your right leg over towards your right-hand side. Yeah, take it back behind you. Left arm reaches back forwards. Good, so we're gonna do a couple of these. I think in Pilates they call this helicopter. I don't know. Let's do one more just like that. Out to the side, hold, flatten the right foot to the ground, plant the left hand onto the mat. Now my right foot is completely flat on the ground. I want you to get those little stretches into your ankles. Let's do some more cat-cows here. Reach the heart space forward. You should feel it in your inner thighs. Exhale, round and contract, navel to spine, chin to chest. Good, again, heart space forward, open the inner thigh. Exhale, round and contract, chin to chest. One more like that. Inhale, heart forwards. Exhale, round and contract. Good. Now neutralize the spine, and I want you to shift back as much as feels comfortable and hold. Maybe you go as far back as all the way down to the ground, but I want your foot to stay attached. So I went all the way down and my foot popped up. So I'm going to bring myself a little bit further forwards here. Good, spend 2 more breaths here for me. Again, right leg is out to the side just in case you're hopping on at this very moment. And then let's push ourselves all the way back forward and bring the right leg back into that neutral position. Nice, let's do this on the other side. Left leg extends behind you. Nice, flat hips, so we're not trying to open at all. Right arm can reach forward in front of you on your spider fingertips, or you can reach all the way forwards and extend. Hold the balance as I lose my balance. And then let's take right arm out to the right-hand side. Again, it can still stay attached to the ground. Use your core, rotate the hip into the socket, take it out to the left-hand side. Ah! Good, rotate back. And then rotate open. Abs, ass, all the things I like. Out, 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 out. Nice, 2. Last one, take it out to the side and flatten the foot to the ground. Right hand is back to the ground too. Now let's move through our cat-cows here. Reaching the heart space forward. Good, exhale, round and contract navel to spine. Inhale, heart space forward. Good, exhale, round. Do 2 more just like that. Nice. Once you finish that last one, neutralize the spine and lean back as much as feels comfortable with connection of the entire left foot to the ground. I know my foot is out of frame, but okay, so that's good to know. On this side, I can get all the way down and keep my foot flat. Asymmetry is just a natural thing, babes. Okay, let's take ourselves back forward. Woo. Sweep the left leg back, put it back into place. Reach the heart forward, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Good, let's lift up our heels, bend our knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Let's go big toes touching if you're comfortable. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, 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 up. And with your exhale, take them back by your side body. Inhale, sweep arms up to sky. Maybe you get a little back bend with pelvic lengthening. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. Nice, shift forward, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin to the mat. Look forwards. Now you're gonna slither forward into Yogidandasana. So tummy to the ground, tops of the feet to the ground. Exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Nice. We're gonna do that a couple more times with the addition of vinyasa style chaturangas. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up to tall, arms reach up. Exhale, arms by side body. Inhale, sweep arms up. Maybe you get a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Nice, halfway lift, lengthen. Fold to plant your hands, step back, high plank, and through chaturanga. Upward facing dog, legs go long, arms go long, reach the chest forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna do 3 more just like that. Any additions you want to add on, please, I encourage you to do those. Initiate to the top. Ooh, half lifts and folds. So I'm gonna be doing a little less cueing through this. Things that you can add on hop backs, jump backs. Maybe you feel frisky, you wanna do crow to jump back. All those possibilities are for you. Nice, 2 more to go for me. Stay synced up with your breath as opposed to what you're seeing on screen. Your inhales guide all the lengthening. Your exhales guide your folds. Good, last one. Our meeting spot is going to be downward facing dog. So if you've gotten there already, wait, hang out, breathe. Good, we'll stay in this downward facing dog for 3 breaths together. Think about constantly lifting your hip bones up towards the sky. Last cycle in. Good, last cycle out here. Let's take a step to the top of our mat. And if you need them, let's locate both of our blocks. Now I'm gonna heel toe my feet together until my big toes touch. Right leg is gonna cross behind the left. Nice, bend into your left knee, keep the soles of the feet flat. Walk yourself and your blocks over to your left-hand side. If you don't feel the stretch in your outer hip, you can knock down to lower blocks. You can go down to no blocks. For some of us, this stretch may be very mild. For others, it could be quite intense. So modify and adjust based on your feeling and sensation, knowing that yoga is not a cookie cutter process to anybody's body, yeah? Let's do this work on the other side. Walk the blocks back to center, uncross. Recross now with left leg behind the right. Right knee bends. Left hip is super sassy. Walk the blocks yourself over to the right. And again, you can work down to lower positions with the blocks. Wow, words are interesting for me today. You can work without your blocks. There's all those options. Nice, let's walk everything back to center. And I want you to place both of your blocks on their lowest levels, shoulder width distance apart. So you can kind of check where that is. So flattest, widest part of the region is where your hands are going to go. Now step back into a high plank position. Even though it feels a little bit scary, go up and back into downward facing dog. So when I do down dog on top of my blocks, I feel like I have to be a lot more muscularly engaged here so that my blocks don't slide forward in front of me. Now listen, I want you to take your right foot, step it forward between the blocks. If you feel like you're too shortened up here, step your left foot back. I want you to feel the stretch into your left side hip flexor. Use the blocks as a tool to open the chest. Nice. Let's do this on the other side. Step your right foot back and step your left foot forward. We're going to get a little more rhythmic and fun with this, and we're going to create some fun combos of movement. So again, hip flexors feeling nice and open. Now I want you to step back. Let's step our right foot to the outside of our right block. Again, feel the hip dip. Ooh, maybe you got a little more space here with the wider perspective on the leg. Nice, step back, left foot, outside of the left block. So good, let's step back. And we're gonna do that one more time. Right foot, in between the blocks. Tracy, use your words. Step back. Left foot in between the blocks. Step back. Right foot to the outside of the right block. Step back. Left foot outside of left block. Step back. One more time. Right foot between. Step back. Left foot between. Step back. Right foot outside. Step back. Left foot outside. Step back. Let's go both feet to the top. Take some tension out of your wrists. Rock your blocks up onto their highest levels. Feet are close together. I'm going to face you for this. It's going to suck, okay? Right foot goes straight out to the right-hand side and back down. Let's do that again. Right leg straight out, back down. 3 more like that. Lift it up and down, out and down. Oh, one more. Up and down. Left side, let's go. Out and down. Left and down. This sucks. 3. Last 2. Woo. Last 1. Nice. Right foot is going to go straight behind you, almost like you're in a warrior 3 or a standing split, and back down. 4 more. I know back to basics is not always an easy class, right? Good, let's do the left foot now. Extend it back and back down. Good, last 2. You're like a little pendulum. Last 1. We're gonna go through all that one more time. Right leg out to the right because your adductors just need more torture. 4. Good, 3. Last 2. Last 1. Left foot now, out and down. Oh my God, my skinny little ass can't handle it. Last 2. And 1. Ugh. Right foot back behind you. Good, 4. 3, keep the hips even. 2. Last 1, let's do the left foot. Extend it back. Rude. Last 3. Good, last 1. And let that go. Move the blocks out of your way. Let's go into Malasana. Bend deep into the knees, elbows into your inner thighs. Know that this can be your Malasana. You can even take a block underneath your seat to help you get up a little bit higher, okay? Good, take a couple of breaths there. I know that was incredibly rude of me to do. I hope your asses are feeling it like mine. Oh. Okay. Let's get to some flow and work, y'all. Now that our glutes are nice and open, let's take our hands down to the ground. Lift your hips up to the sky. Good, parallel your feet. Make a halfway lift. Fold to plant. You can work through chaturanga again. You can always go knees to triceps through your crow into your jump backs. We'll meet in downward facing dog. 3 breaths upon arrival. Nice. Once you finish off that 3rd breath, let's lift our right leg up to the sky, and then we'll open the hip and we'll bend into our knee. Good. Square off the hip, lengthen the leg. Take a big step, right foot to the outside of your right hand. Nice. We're in this deep lizard lunge. And we've already done this work without blocks, but know if you want to take blocks for any reason, you can absolutely do that. Try to create space in the front of the hip flexor. We're here just for another breath in. Nice. Another breath out. Listen up. Lift your hips, elongate your right leg. I know my arms are kind of in the way, but I've got my right foot flexed here. Yeah? Now try to slide the heel around you and sweep the leg back up to the sky. Square, knee to nose. Step through low lunge. Warrior 2, pivot the back heel, lift the chest up over the hips, reach your arms into a T shape. Good. Now I heel-toed my left foot behind me once. That helps me feel like I'm in my maximum depth here. Now maintain the arms, but lengthen your right leg. Good, rebend into the knee. Lengthen the right leg. Very good, bend into the knee. Lengthen the leg. Last time, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg, hold. Shift the hips off kilter, lean to the front, and show me your Trikonasana triangle pose. Yeah. Notice if your left hip and chest are wrapping down. Try to do the opposite of that. Open up the chest towards the ceiling. Very good. Stay with me for another breath in. And with your exhale, let's take it all the way up to center. We're going to turn out both of our legs and go down into a horse stance. Bend into your knees, and let's take our hands onto our thighs and shift a little side to side. Good. Dip your left shoulder, twist to the right hand side. Use the heels of your hands to open up the legs more. Let's do the same thing to the back. Right shoulder dips. Look over the left shoulder. Feel the hips open, use the glutes. Nice, back to center. Let's go all the way up to standing. Parallel your feet. So that means your toes are going to turn towards the edge of your mat. If you're a little short on distance, in front of you, walk yourself back. Good, hinge from your hips. Wide-legged forward fold. Now keep the feet exactly like this. Walk yourself forward into a wide high plank. Yes. Dip the hips down, keep the toes tucked. Open up your chest, up and back, downward facing dog, wide legs. All right, let's flow this out a little bit. Lift your heels, roll forward, wide high plank. Dip the hips, wide leg up dog. Exhale up and back, wide down dog. One more like that, roll it. Dip and open. Up and back, wide down dog. Walk yourself all the way back into that wide-legged fold. Inhale, take a half lift. Open up the arms out into a T shape. And bring yourself all the way up to standing. Nice. So if you walked yourself back, take yourself back to the center of your mat. Shorten up your stance a little bit. Good. Pivot right toes to the front. Adjust your left toes to like a 45 out to the left-hand side. Square your hips to the front. Hands can stay on hips. You can even clasp the hands behind you or take a reverse prayer position. We're going to go into pyramid pose. Hinge from the hips. Work yourself down towards the shin bone. Now, if it's a challenge to stay here with your hands in this formation, hands can come down to the ground or on some blocks. Good. Try to pull the right hip behind you. Yeah? That's going to help the femur bone go a little bit deeper into the socket. Good. Let's soften into the front knee. Take a big step to the back of your mat. Ekapada Chaturanga if you want to. So right leg extends back. You can always reattach it to the ground for your standard chatas or modified with the knees onto the ground. Upward facing or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Cycles in. Nice, cycles out. Let's go left leg lifts. Hip is going to open upon arrival. Good, big step outside of your left hand. We're in our nice wide lizard lunge. Equal pressure into the hands. I still have very active arms as if I were in a high plank or a down dog. Good, now let's stretch out the hamstring, but with the foot staying to the outside of the hand. So lengthen out the left leg, flex into the foot. Yeah. And then let's slide the heel around us and take it back up to three-legged. Yeah. Knee towards your nose. Ooh. Big step through into your low lunge. Let's pivot the right heel. We'll go into warrior two on the other side. Right arm back, left arm forwards. Adjustment of the back foot if needed. We're just going to work with this front leg. Elongate. Hips stay even the whole time. Rebend. This is essential to the hip opening process. Isolation, isolation, and understanding. Good, last two. Nice, last one. Let's keep this left leg long. Now shift the hips off kilter. Lean to the front of your space. Trikonasana triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm high. Again, you can always take blocks outside of the left foot to the inside of the calf, whatever you need. Try to constantly turn the chest up to the sky. Right arm is reaching. Stay for another breath in. Nice. And another breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale, let's bring you all the way up to standing. Shift the feet into parallel position. Again, if you don't have a lot of space in front of you, like I have this whole TV setup, I'm going to walk towards the back of my space. Hinge from the hips, wide-legged fold. Now let's walk us forward into wide-legged high plank. Dip your hips, open your chest. Up and back, downward facing dog. Let's do this two more times. Start with the heels, lift, roll forward. Dip the hips, wide-legged up dog. Exhale, wide-legged down dog. Last one, roll it forward, open the chest. I am like in my entertainment center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's walk our hands all the way to the back. Lift up like you're in a halfway lift. Arms out to a T. Bring yourself all the way up to stand. I'm going to adjust myself back to the center of my mat, shorten up the stance, pivot left toes to the front, right foot out to about a 45. Square off the hips. What do you need to do to the feet to make sure you have square hips? Hands on hips, hands behind. Let's go down into our pyramid pose. I think I just undid my top, but luckily I have the power to do it right now. Zing! All right, everyone, let's bend back into our front knee. Step our right foot way to the back of our mat. And then same escape plan. Foot can extend behind, high to mid. Good, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Elevate your heels high. Bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. And take your arms by your side body. Good. Feel your balance work into your right foot. Pick up your left leg in front of you. Open up the hip, ankle on top of knee, and let's sit back into our figure 4 chair. Feel this balance into the right foot. Notice if the left hip is drooping compared to the right. I want you to try to even out both of your hips. Now, we worked on this transition on Wednesday. So if you weren't there, it's not the end of the world. But if you've taken my class in person, you've probably done this transition with me before. So let's come all the way back up to standing. Maintain a little softness into this right knee. Open up the hip. Big step all the way back into your warrior 2. Nice. Lengthen out through the front leg. Let's go straight into our Trikonasana again. Good. Rebend your front knee. Come all the way up into reverse warrior. Re-extend your front leg. Move back into your triangle. Keep the triangle in the upper body. Start to bend your right knee. Reverse warrior. So I want you to feel that thigh work. Keep the upper body. Start to lengthen the right leg. When you get to that apex, come back into your triangle. Nice. Now let's go into our extended side angle and hold. Big time work here on the hips. This is going to be helpful for us when we go into our peak pose today, hopefully, Yogidandasana. Take your left hand down to the ground. Try to snuggle yourself deep into the right inner thigh here. Yeah? Back foot again is still in that same position that we were. If you want, you can even thread the right leg underneath the right knee. Maybe you're able to get the forearms down to the ground. Big opener here on the hip, I know. Good. Start to open up your chest towards the left-hand side again. Right arm can come to the inside of the thigh. If you want to play with a bind, left arm wraps around the back. Right arm can also wrap underneath the body, and I want you to lean into the thigh. Good. Now, I haven't taught a bound triangle in a very long time, but if you feel open to try it, you want to maintain this bind, yet extend through the right leg. Try to take your right eyeball up to the sky. It is very, very intense. I am sweating, y'all. I always sweat more in basics. Why? Okay, let's release this bind. Hands back down to the ground. Let's rebend into the front knee. I want you to shorten up your stance. Let's go into our pyramid, but we'll revolve it. Right hand will come to the low back. Left hand is on the ground. Open up your chest to the right hand side. Nice. Try to maintain this position. Take a big step to the back of your mat. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot. Sweep the right leg behind you. Show me your wild thing. Open up the chest. We'll counter all that compressive work you did. Return everything back to the ground. Chaturanga again is here for you. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's get back to the top of our mat. Halfway lift. And with your exhale, fold. These are our last little bits. Rise all the way up to standing. And then take your arms by your side body. Right leg lifts up in front of you. Nice, let's go into our figure 4. Right ankle on top of the left thigh, knee area. And I want you to sit back into this shape. Try to hold and maintain this shape with depth without collapsing the right hip. Good, stay, breathe. Last 3. Last 2. Good. 1. Take yourself all the way back up to standing. Start to open up this right hip. Soften into your standing leg. Big step to the back of your mat, warrior 2. Right away, lengthen your left leg. Down into your Trikonasana. Now maintain the upper body like this. Start the bend into your left knee. Reverse warrior. Stay in the upper body. Lengthen your left leg back into Trikonasana. So I want the chest to remain while the legs change. Bend into the knee. Reverse warrior. Lengthen the left leg down into your Triko. Nice. We got this one more time. Bend into the knee. Reverse warrior. Lengthen the left leg down into your Triko. Now let's bend into the left knee. I want you to hold in this space. Maintain the back foot. Take your right hand down to the ground. Good. What is your depth that you can acquire here? So I like to really tuck my left shoulder underneath. Maybe the left hand comes underneath the left leg. Maybe you're even able to drop down to your forearms here. Is a very intense. This will help when we're trying to step on our own arms later, yeah? Now let's walk ourselves out of this. Open the chest back up. If you are able to on the other side, wrap and bind. Now while that chest is open, see about maybe lengthening through your left leg. Fully bound triangle. You're only here for 3. I know. Last 2. Good. Last one. Let's release that. And then we'll shorten up our stance. Lengthen through the left leg. Revolved pyramid. Left hand comes onto the sacrum. Open up your chest to the left-hand side. You can also reach your left arm up. I know we've been working a lot of these revolved pyramids, revolved tricos. We haven't done actually revolved trico in a long time. Maybe we'll do that on Friday live class. Good idea. All right, let's try to maintain this position. So look down, deepen into your stance. Roll to outside edge of right foot. Pick up the left foot, drop it back. Wild thing. Good. Let's square back to the mat and move through your high to mid plank. Upward facing. Good. With your exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to go into Dandasana at the top of our mat. So that's just a seated position. If you want to, you can just step there now and sit down and lengthen the legs. If you wanted to do Ashtanga jump throughs, you can do that too. I don't really feel like doing that today. So meeting with both of the little leggies in front of you. I'm gonna fix my hair again. Nice, take some water. Take a breath, we're almost there. All right, let's start to get our hips ready for this Yogidandasana. So I feel like Yogidandasana looks really intimidating and really scary. So we're just gonna work up to the basics of this. And I want you to bend into your right knee and try to leave yourself space to get the body into the inside of the leg. Peace fingers are gonna wrap around your right big toe. And I want you to pick up this right leg. Good. Now try to pull the leg back and pull the leg back. Yeah. So this is more of a ballistic stretch. Ballistic meaning that we're using a kind of bounce to do this. Nice. Now let's try something a little bit different. Hold that stretch back. I want you to take your left hand and cap the bottom of your right heel. Reach the right arm past the leg and continue. Try to see if you can work the foot behind the elbow. God, I hope that makes sense. I feel like a motherfucking trombone right now. All right. Let's do this on the other side. So let that right leg go. Bring your left leg into a bend. Try to get your body to the inside. These fingers are going to wrap around the left big toe. Same thing, pick it up. And begin your process of pulling the leg back. You guys are doing so good. Oh, God. I'm just so grateful for all my friends. Okay, let's keep this left leg back. Right hand is going to cap the bottom of the heel. Left arm is going to reach forward. That stays still, but you're trying to pull the leg back. See if you can get it behind the elbow joint. Good, last 3. Nice, last 2. Nice work, last 1. Relax. Bring the soles of the feet together and take a little Baddha Konasana here for a second. And I'm going to show you our Yogidandasana shape while you hang out there. So, again, I know it's very intimidating to look at, but we're going to attempt to get the sole of the foot to the back of the tricep. Yeah? I know. What in the hail? So I like to do it actually starting from a seated position. Maybe I'll turn out my left leg so that I have some stability here. Left hand is going to cap to the bottom of my right heel. And I'm going to try to hook it behind the tricep. Yeah? Even just this can be a journey on its own. Now, you want to bend and push. Maybe bring the top of the thigh down to the ground. Yeah? Are you ready to try it? Yeah? This is my good one. I'm gonna do some crazy shit on this side. Yeah? So you got the hook, the right leg can play. If you're feeling really bindy and open, you can even wrap and do that work here. There we go. So yeah, it's very strange, isn't it? Let's try it, let's try it. I should really work on this right-hand side. So it's good that we're doing this class. My little footies. Now, there's all sorts of crazy ways to even add on that Yogidandasana to other shapes. I've seen people basically do single-legged crow with them. I have not tried that yet. I don't know if I want to try it either. Okay. So I'm going to give you like 30 more seconds to play with this shape. Maybe we'll try. Yeah, a good way to actually get into this shape from a standing position is from that figure 4 shape that we did. So same process, you thread it, attach it, take it to the ground, yeah? You can also stand all the way up with it. Oh my God. So I can do the single-legged crow one. Good to know. All right. Once you're all played out, let's take you down to the ground. Hips are feeling mighty open now. I'm going to pull y'all forwards. We're just going to bring the whole gang. All right, and once you're laying down on your back, hug both of your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to do an outer hip release since we just did so much of that external rotation. So let's cross the right leg over the left. Relax the feet. Grab for the tops of the shin bones. Ideally, not the top of the feet, though. We want to do a little underhand grip here. So you want to pull the feet down, lengthen out through the spinal column, and still keep the knees pulling in towards your chest. So this is your Gomukhasana, reclining supine. Nice. Now, wherever you are holding the feet or the legs, let's release. And then drop into a twist, both knees over to your left-hand side. If this is too intense of a cross, you can always stack the knees, but we want to try to work our right shoulder onto the ground. Nice, let's take it all the way back to center. We'll uncross the legs, we'll recross, so left over right. Tops of shin bones. Ideally, we want to go underhand grip on the feet. And you only want to go underhand grip on that feet if you're really trying to find sensation in this stretch. So that's a more advanced variation of it. Again, long spine. I like to imagine like a little pocket underneath my lumbar spine. Big breaths in. And big breaths out. Nice. Let's release the feet, the shin bones. And we'll go into our twist. Both knees over to the right-hand side. Left shoulder wants to remain rooted to the ground as you find this rotation. If it's too much, know that you can stack the knees. All right, everyone, let's come back to center. And I want you to bring both of your knees wide around your rib cage and flex your feet like you're going to go into happy baby. Now, without actually grabbing for the feet, I want you to reach your arms in the same area that you would. So my hands are extending past where my feet are. Now I want you to try to lift the upper body and get a little more tight and compressive. Think about squeezing the inner thighs around your shoulders. Good, lift up a little higher. Try to take the knees a little bit closer to the ground. Feel the contraction into the abs. Whoa. Can you get a little more contracted? There for 3. Nice, there for 2. Hold it. And 1. Soften the spine down to the ground. Grab the feet wherever they are naturally and see how much deeper your happy baby is. For me, I'm able to get both of my knees onto the ground by my side, so that's really nice. If you have a straddle in your practice and you want to straddle from here, pointing through the feet, extending through the legs. Maybe you maintain the tops of the feet onto the ground while you open up into that position too, while trying to roll your low back still onto the ground. Good, let's release this. Take it all the way back to center. Allow the inner thighs to recover a little bit. And then we'll take the soles of our feet back to the ground. Lengthen your tailbone underneath you. Feel the hip flexors get a little bit longer. Bridge pose. Lift up your hips. Walk the shoulders underneath you. If it feels good, take a chest expansion grip underneath you as well. Lift your sternum to the sky. Long, long, long tailbone. Nice. Now try something out for me. I want you to have a seat on your wrist if you're in that chest expansion. Maybe walk the feet a little bit closer. And then we'll go up into a second bridge. Lift up your hips. And you can stick with this second bridge, or if you want to work into wheel, hands come up above your shoulders, palms press into the ground. You can come onto the crown of the head, or push yourself all the way up. And take any little additions you want in this wheel. Try to think about the inner thighs working together. Outer thighs wrapping upwards. Nice. Take yourself all the way back down. And we're going to do one more round of back bend. You've got your bridge. You've got your wheel. Maybe you have some advanced variations within your wheel. Yeah. And those advanced variations can be like a single-legged wheel. So you can go for your ekapada. Maybe you want to intensify this. You step a foot in. Maybe you go one arm up. Again, a lot of things to do. And then we'll bring everything back down to the ground. And we'll create a neutral spine here for a second. Try to get your heart rate to neutralize. And my body feels just right and ripe enough for our final shape Shavasana. Start to lengthen out your legs forward in front of you. Taking the arms down by your side. And allowing your entire back body to sink into the ground. Good. Stay there. Give me a few moments. Give yourself a few moments. Take your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your teeth. Now I invite you to take a bigger breath in here. And know that this breath within your body is a reason to be grateful. And even beyond that, our body and our ability to move is a reason to be grateful. Take your left hand onto your heart, your right hand onto your belly, and breathe so that your body rises to meet your palms. Feel the entire form swell with that life-giving breath. And then let it go. Exhale. Know that I am incredibly grateful to all of you. Thank you for entrusting me with your body. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday week, and I hope to see you on Friday. Namaste. So we won't be doing class Wednesday night. Kamar and I will be cooking all day. We're going to cook for 6 people, but for just us 2. So we'll be doing a rocket class on Friday. I haven't decided the time yet. Oh, excellent, Emma. Thank you, Steph. Sorry for the technical confusion today, but I'm so grateful that y'all are troopers. Thanks, Lexi. You know what, Annalisa? I'm Team Annalisa. Thanks, Bree. Gang, 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 gang. Yes. Yeah, let me know what y'all are cooking too. I'm going to be making a spiced rum fruit cake and puff pastry for some little apple turnover things. I'm not afraid of the fruit cake, but I am afraid of the puff pastry. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, Rebecca. Thanks, Sophie. Corinne, yay. Woo! Yeah, so we'll be moving on Friday morning, maybe 10 o'clock, so we can sleep in. I don't know. I'll let you know. Happy Turkey Day. Yeah, and this class will stay up, so just in case. Should I bring the angry baby down? Should I get the cat? I'm going to get the cat so you can see my wop, wop, wop. Hi. Oh, okay, here she is. Oh, she's still a little moist, but she doesn't smell like poop anymore. So, yay on not smelling like poop. Corinne, I'll definitely hit you up for puff pastry assistance. Yeah. Cleanest butt in the West. Yeah, she is very upset, but that's okay. I'm hoping she doesn't spite pee anywhere, on my yoga mat. Hey, your front's always looking pretty dry, baby. Okay, bye. she's had enough of my shit. What a way to wake up, right? You're just like, yay, Mom, it's Monday. And then I'm like, bath time. All right, you gorgeous humans. I love you all. I'll let you get on with your days. And hopefully I'll see you Friday. All right. See you later. Bye.